Okay, so we're gonna do the first lesson today on Power BI. So if you have no Power BI experience or you haven't used Power BI in a long time, then this video is for you. So the first thing we're gonna do is open our browser up and we're gonna go to Kaggle.com. This is where we're gonna get our data from. So you can see I already created an account, so you might need to create an account. And then we're just going to find an interesting data set. So let's say we do Netflix, movies and TV shows. Okay, let's jump into this. So what you could do before downloading it is come down here and you can explore it. So we're going to see if it's a movie, TV show, the title, the director, cast, country, date added, release year. Okay, this is good. So let's do this. So what we're going to do is go download. Okay. It's going to be in a zip file. And you're going to see it's going to turn it into a CSV. I just am going to move it into a separate folder. You don't need to do this. You can get it straight from your path. So let's just see if that uploaded. It did. So now we're done with Kaggle. So let's close out Kaggle and let's open up Power BI. And you don't even need to create a Power BI account. So you could see I'm not signed in here, but we'll be able to do some basic tasks right off the bat after downloading Power BI. So let's go, we're going to open up Power BI and we don't want to open up, okay, we'll do that, new report. And this whole thing is going to open up. Now this is the main frame. This is the main screen of Power BI. Everything will be done in this main view, right? Wrong, wrong. That's not exactly true. There's three more tabs here on the side. We're going to get into the top three today, right here. So before we even do that, we need to pull in data because Power BI is all about analyzing data. So we need to pull in the data that we just got from Kaggle. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to go right here to the Get Data tab. You could see here, you could also just import it from Excel, wherever your source is from, your data source, or you could click on right here, Get Data from another source. It's all going to do the same thing. If you click on Get Data from another source, I'll even prove it to you. You're going to be faced with this screen, same as if you pressed Get Data. Okay? So you have to think, where am I getting my data from? Is it from Excel? Is it from a CSV file? Is it from a cloud database? It might be from a cloud database. So if it was, you would go over here. Right now we're doing a file or all. Doesn't matter because the CSV is a file and it's at the top of all. So let's connect to the CSV file and we're going to go to where we stored it, Netflix titles. We're going to open this up. Loading in, and you're going to get a preview. So you could take a look at this and preview it, similar to what we were just doing in Kaggle. But we're going to jump into the transform data. You could also just load data in, but it's best practice to jump in and analyze your data. So we're not going to get into analysis. That will be for another video. But you could see here that this would be a window for you to analyze data. Honestly, let's not worry about this right now. I don't want to complicate things. Let's just load in the data and do more exploration on the overall platform of Power BI. So okay, so this is good. And this is sort of why you want to. This is a great example. I'm glad this happened. This is why you want to look at your data before you load it in. because you see there's an error. So let's go to see what this error is. Okay. So it's gonna, here's the table. So this opened up that screen we were just at, like to edit our data. Remember that? If you not go back 30 seconds, that's where it was. But here's our data, right? This is the data we were just looking at. Here's the error. So it's going to tell you exactly where the error occurred. Okay, so it's in this data added release here. What's the problem here? TVPG. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. So you could see here that why is TVPG occurring in the date added? That makes no sense whatsoever. So we're going to have to look into that. And then why does the release year is 40 minutes? So something's getting mixed up. If we go over here, you see, yeah, like something got screwed up here. So we might just want to take out this record. And I think that's what we're going to do because it seems like there's missing values and these should be pushed over to the right. See, date added. This is a rating. It should be in here. The release year should be 40 minutes. It should be in the duration. Classic movie should be listed in the description there. So let's keep in mind what this record is. So how do we identify this record? It's 8422. So we're going to go in here. Okay, that's not going to work for us because that is only listed in the errors. Show ID. Yeah, that could work, right? We want to find something distinct. So if we remove it, it's only going to remove that file, right? The identifier for it. This is, I don't know what the heck is happening here. But let's try to do this. Flying Fortress apostrophe. So what I'm going to do is take this, because it must be the only show ID with that. So let's go into here. Let's go into show ID. Let's see if we could find this. No, okay, let's see if we could do this. Okay. Okay, perfect. So we see that we can identify it in Netflix titles. So that means we could also remove it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. We're going to text filter does not equal that. Okay, we're going to take it out. Perfect. So let's close and apply again, and we should have a fine time now. Perfect. We loaded our data in. So you're not going to see everything here, but this is where you would design your Power BI report. So if we wanted to pull in, let's say, a line chart, boom. Okay, now we have a line chart. Now you could say date added, perfect, by duration, let's say. So you can see that Netflix started loading, sorry. No, nope, sorry. It's counting the durations, but I wouldn't want it to do that. So let's take a look at something else. Oh gosh, all right. So here's another reason why we want to look at our data. And I'm thinking I should record this video or re-record, but I think it's important to learn from this stuff. So you could see here, that is why. So this is correct, actually. I thought the time should have been numerical, but because there's TV shows, it's a little bit different. So let's go back down. That's fine. Let's not display a line chart. Let's turn it into a bar chart. And we can see, okay. Let's see by country who had the most directors, right? Okay. So you could see that most of the directors are from the United States. And you could see they get some Indian films, some blank films, some from the UK, some from Japan. But we're not even trying to analyze the data right now. What I'm trying to show you here is that this is where you're going to create your dashboard. Okay, so that's one tab. This is where you're going to view your data. So that data table that we are able to view, if we go up to this transform tab and edit it, if you just want to view that data, you can go right in here. Oops, let's cancel out. Right, and we could see what we want. So this, imagine this to be like an Excel file. Okay, and then down here, this is where your data model is. This is a data model, right? You created a data model. That's what this is right here. You have a successful data model in Power BI, but it can get more complex than this. Let's not worry about that right now. You learned how to import data into Power BI, grab data, import data. So grab data from Kaggle, import data into Power BI, build a graph, and you learned the basic layout of Power BI in this video. So next video, we're going to get more into data transformation and possibly data analysis. So tune in next time. If the video's already been launched, it'll be in the bio. All right, thank you. Hope you learned something. Bye.